Hi everybody, this video is sponsored by a contribution from Lori, and here is her story. Hi Ali, I would love to watch a video on the subject of how the narcissist can steal so much of your soul, source, that you can literally collapse. This happened to me by my Mormon grandmother when I was 23 and living with her. Mormons. She wanted complete control over me, like a soul possession. As I've always been the scapegoat, and she wanted to knock out the competition. At the time, I was still Mormon, and it was not until I felt every single ounce of my core source, my inner strength leave me, and I literally fell to the floor several times that I woke up to the fact that something was horribly wrong with her and the religion I was in. From there, I literally quit going to church after serving 18 months on a mission for that cult and found the courage to investigate the church and its horrors towards women, as well as what in the hell she and the other church leaders were doing to me. I now see that as a female, I was never ever going to be allowed to have a career, my own mind, or go forward. They had given up their lives to their husbands and children, and God damn it, I was too. Except I refused. I ended up fleeing for my life. I got in the car and just drove away. Opened up a map, closed my eyes, and dropped my finger where it fell. Vermont. Good. That's where I went. From Idaho. I had to get away or die. Narcissist abuse will kill you from the inside out. To feel your core energy being stolen from you, to make you literally weak and of no threat. These people should be a crime. I am now living in New Zealand, as far away from them as possible. Have you known or are you aware of anyone literally physically collapsing from having their soul, their source, their freedom taken from them? I will tell you that that event has been the catalyst for every choice I make now. I can never allow that to happen to my soul again. Thank you in advance. Lori. Oh, by the way, what in the hell gives these people the thought that they have a right to look at you? The granddaughter who they know to look to you and trust you and need you, and literally take that trust and use it to steal your hopes, your dreams, and your forward momentum, and attempt to steal your very personal sovereignty. I think it should be a crime. Well, it probably should. But what I think you're talking about here is, we all process our breaking moment, not necessarily the moment the narcissist broke you and damaged you, but the point where your breaking point, where you finally came to terms with this is wrong, this has got to change. That manifests in a lot of different ways. Some people, I could understand how something like that could happen to you growing up in a cult like that. And that's just your anxiety taking over and knocking you to the floor is what happened. You'd reach your physical and emotional breaking point, and your body just shuts down. Just shuts down. And like I remember I passed out once when I was going through the divorce. And when I woke up, I had no idea. I was on the bathroom floor. I had no idea how I got there, but I remember this feeling that came over me. It was the most bizarre feeling ever. Like I wasn't even still in my body. Like I felt like there was two me's, one outside, one inside. And it was the craziest feeling, you know, I ever felt. And that was the anxiety of everything that was going on. It had just taken over my body, and like your body just will shut down. And I think you're reading it as kind of a spiritual thing. And they do destroy your soul. I mean, they destroy your soul every day. And growing up in that cult like type of religious atmosphere like you did, you would process that more as a spiritual thing, I guess, where, and it could be to a certain level, call it what you want, but your body's telling you you can't take this. You physically cannot. You do not have the tools to process what's going on to you. You have too much stress on you. I am shutting you off for 10 minutes. And that's what your body will do. But you woke up with the clarity to know that whether it was a physical reaction or a spiritual reaction where your soul had left you, they had taken everything. And, not literally taking your soul, but that's the level they get you down to. Whichever one it is, you realized at that point where the problem was. You realized who and what you had to get away from. And once you make that decision, once you come to terms with, Jesus Christ, I got to get away from these people for real, you do it very quick. You could do it very, very quickly. But let me tell you what your grandmother was about. Because let me think. I'll tell you what I think happens in these cults. What I think actually happens is they suck in like these young people, or they get them from birth, and they grow up, or at the beginning they believe it so strongly. And then you take a woman like your grandmother who's been living in it for how many decades and realize it's all bullshit. But she doesn't want to save her granddaughter or her daughter from it. They just want to make sure they don't get out of it either. And I think if you could sit down and ask some of these people who live in these type of mission cults, and it's funny you said after serving 18 months. Know what else you serve in? Prison. I think if you got these guys in a room, a lot of them, like just the members, and got them going and say wait, this is crazy. And I think they'd be like, yeah, this is kind of crazy. I think it's just that they don't talk to each other and they can't be honest. Because I think if somebody would just say, this is fucking nuts, it's almost like a peer pressure thing. And it's weird because I don't think they're when they do this shit, they're not protecting. When people speak out against the Mormon Church or Scientology or any type of religion, okay, they're not screaming and yelling because it offends the religion for real. They'll say that. They're screaming and yelling because it's the truth. It's the ultimate form of gaslighting. This stuff you went through, when they turn on Mormons, and Scientologists turn on Scientologists, it's to protect the lie, not the religion. You understand? It is the ultimate form of gaslighting. Whether it's even in Christianity, when you just look at the story of Noah being 600 years old, building, what? What? I mean, there's a few holes in that story. The lie isn't to protect the religion. Or the attack isn't to protect the religion, it's to protect the lie. And I think even where it's worse in these other religions like Mormonism or even Scientology, because these people are all in on it. So they can't be proven wrong. Even though I think in their heads they know they're wrong. They just can't admit it. It breeds narcissism. It depends on it. Cults like that depend on narcissism in order to survive. Because what does the narcissist ultimately not want? He doesn't want to be the fucking outcast. So it draws in a bunch of narcissists who really hate themselves and have no self-confidence, who are easily controlled by larger evil, whatever you want to call it. Who else would you want in that type of religion? You want the ultimate gaslighters, the ultimate soul crushers. People that will friggin' people that will attack to protect the lie. That's who a narcissist is. The narcissist is religion's best friend because they attack to protect the lie, not the religion. So I hope that answers your question the best it could. Like, I don't know of anybody personally who've had a fall down experience, not off the top of my head. I mean, nothing. But people have had very powerful broken moments. So take that for what it's worth. So thank you again for your contribution. Thank you again for your question. I appreciate it. Everyone else, thank you for watching. Please leave your comments or advice in the comment section below. And if you have a topic or a story you'd like to share, or you'd just like to contribute to the channel, you know what to do with the PayPal link in the description box. I'll have the video right back to you. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again soon. Bye.